What's going on, Union fam? Welcome to the first vlog of the channel. Most of the time you guys see us in the Union technique or the Union talk, myself and the Union team, which you guys will meet in a bit. So I thought I wanted to give you guys a little more of a personal view on things, give you a lot of behind the scenes of what we do, how we do it, and kind of give you a sense of what Union martial arts is all about. So aside from martial arts, because I know that's primarily what this channel is, a lot of our kind of philosophy on things that come from the martial arts is the whole build, train, inspire concept. You'll see it a lot in some of my apparel that we have here and some decals that we have in the gym, so on and so forth. But anyways, the whole reason for doing this is not only to get more closer to you guys, to all our supporters and you people watching this channel, but also to hopefully inspire all you business people out there, martial artists out there, on both the business side, if you're looking to build your own gym, your own academy, or whatever it might be. So enjoy this video. Hope you guys see a different side and get you that much closer to the Union fam. I'll give you a quick tour of the academy. It's still under a lot of construction. We've been here by ourselves for about since May, so June, July, August, on our 4th month now. And with that, we decided to start revamping the place and reorganizing, redecorating to make it feel more like home. So I'll kind of give you guys a tour of how the academy looks right now. It is just under 2,000 square feet. I know it feels a lot more bigger. We are in a kind of industrial area, so it gets loud during the day. Most of our classes are in the evening anyways. But so this is the reception area. We got our hooks over here. We got a TV for our display for bulletin board, schedule updates. We also use that TV to stream. We have a camera inside the gym that'll stream the class for the parents and other students who are watching in the reception area. So it's a fairly small but efficient space. Just honestly looking to make it a little bigger in terms of seating arrangements, but everything is a growing process. Like I said, it's front desk. We have the pro shop. So those are all the apparel that we sell, the uniforms, equipment, etc. And then what we have here is we have a kind of a half wall. So the parents that can see from this angle can look into the gym. Everyone else kind of watches through the TV. So we make our way down here. Have a little sign, no shoes beyond this point, because maintenance and hygiene is very necessary when it comes to training barefoot. Little shoe rack here. We got our change rooms, women's and men. And then we have, actually the crazy thing is we have 3 washrooms, but we only utilize 1 right now, and we're looking to move that one over. So we have 1, 2, which is our current one, and then 3, which is our utility room. So we want to bring this one over here, and then the utility room is going to be this kind of kitchenette that we had over here. It's kind of messy right now. Bring you guys into the mats. The mat space is very decent, very good space. It's not like the biggest gym, and I know with a lot of gyms, people see the high ceilings, kind of like an industrial feel. I personally love that, but this is very easy to maintain. And for the current place that the business is at, it's a good start. And white walls, gray floors, I want it to be kind of like an open canvas as opposed to the reception area, which is the opposite. It's black walls with white accents, just to give it a little more of a, not really luxurious, but more of like a kind of corporate business side, so to say. And this is pretty much it. We have a little bit of equipment, you know, starting from ground zero. All of this costs a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be very honest throughout these vlogs. Throughout the years of training and building this business, you tend to learn a few things to be a little more efficient with what you have. Luckily, we are at a point that we are now operating 6 days a week, and we are also at a point where we can start improving all of the things that we have inside the gym. And another thing that's super important when it comes to academies is the flow. And it seems like this whole channel is about flow, Filipino martial arts flow, offensive flow, yada, yada, yada. But the flow as in the process of walking in the gym, going to the mats, going to the washroom, going to the change room. The flow of traffic is super important, and I think a lot of schools underestimate that. simply because as long as you got the mat space, you're good to go. Because that's kind of like, you know, what you do. So if you don't have mats and you got the greatest reception area, then you're not really a martial arts school. But anyways, just to give you an idea, because the last owner that was here that we were sharing the gym with, the flow wasn't too great. So when I took over, I decided to really emphasize that. And so if you guys didn't notice, when you walk in, it's meant to flow where you can go around the reception, okay? And you can essentially move around all these people that are already sitting without getting too much in their way. Once you get that, it'll lead you right up to front desk, which is kind of where all the talking is done. This is where kind of memberships get signed up, any sort of applications for gradings and whatnot. This is where everything happens. And essentially you're out of the way of everyone while still being able to navigate. My ultimate flow, it would be that, and I learned this from other schools that I've worked with, is that if you have a washroom, to have it in a place where people do not need to take their shoes off. And a lot of schools actually don't do that. They have as soon as you walk in, so where my hooks would be right there, they would have kind of a shoe rack. You put your shoes there, and then you gotta walk through all the gravel that's been carried in, all the dirt. You gotta walk all the way around. You know, being on your socks or barefoot, like, number one, that hurts, especially for the little kids. Number two, you're gonna drag all that into the mats. And if you put yourself in a parent's point of perspective here, if I'm personally not training, I don't want to take off my shoes. Like I mean, it's an Asian thing. I always take off my shoes when I enter someone's home. But you know, it's like I'm here at a business, at a gym. You know, it should be convenient. I don't want to be able. I don't want to be squeezing through people and I don't want to be, you know, especially during wintertime here in Canada. It's like I don't want to take my boots off where there's a bunch of slush and the floor is wet and like my socks are gonna get ruined. I know it sounds kind of like a little extra, but it's actually a huge thing that people don't realize. That's kind of what sells them on the layout itself, or the facility itself. Unfortunately for us, so as you can see, we're kind of working on the baseboards right now, but as you can see, we have a no shoes beyond this point. So up until this point, everywhere over here, everyone's allowed to wear their shoes. And if that means that I need to maintain this, which I do, mop this regularly, clean it up every night, so be it, because that gives such a better delivery in a service. So we get all the way over here. Ideally what I would want is the washroom to be on that side, but for the sake of the building, and it was a pre-existing place, part of a kind of like a daycare child play center beside us, we had to work with what we had. So you take your shoes off, you have a shoe rack, and ideally the flow in at least our academy is, because the change rooms aren't too big, you go in there, you do your thing, you change, you bring your bag out, and then you're going to put it into one of these cubbies here. So you take your stuff, put it in a cubby, you can keep your water bottles on top of here during class, and then we also have some extras over here. Only bad thing is, our washroom is over there, but like I said, we want to move it here so at least it's away from the mats. And parents, unfortunately, they do have to take off their shoes here, but they don't have to disturb anyone going on into the washroom. And so on the note of the change rooms, because I want to have an efficient space, you know, when you have a class of 20 to 30 students, the bags are going to pile up, people are going to step over your stuff, and so get it out of the way, make sure everyone can use the change room for what it is. And then once all that is done, the pathway at the very end here, you go to the mats. So kind of the process of the flow that we're looking for is entrance, hang your jacket or whatever, talk to reception if you need to, put your shoes away, go change, bring your bags out, and then head on to the mats. And so that should be an efficient flow. It's worked really well for me. So if that's gonna help you, if you have an academy yourself, if that's gonna help you, it really, really makes a difference. Because remember, you're not only teaching martial arts, you are providing a service, especially not only to students, but also to their family members. So that is the flow of the gym, and we're gonna get started in a few classes in a bit. Tonight we'll be filming for YouTube and for FMA Concepts, and then you'll be able to see and meet some of the Union team.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna drop. Ready?
Yep.
What else? And how can we do?
That was fast, huh?
Alright, it is 9:51. We've set up shop to start filming some videos for YouTube channel and the FMA Concepts. So the team today, or tonight rather, is, I don't know if you can see in the dark, that is the man behind the camera. This is Mr. Christopher Guerra. Search him up on LinkedIn, search him up on Facebook. Go ahead and creep him out. This is Mr. Sam. This is my right-hand man. He's also my fall guy. So for the more intricate stuff. And then we are missing James, who is the other fall guy. So you'll probably see both of them in all the videos that we do here. We just started doing our Quintal mini-series, and we always film after class is done. The only problem is that, like I said, it's industrial, so all the trucks start passing by at night, and sometimes it messes us up. Man, it's really dark. So yeah, Chris is pretty much the technical guy. He's the one who works the cameras, works the lights, and makes sure that we look good on film. Kind of the creative mind behind it, and then the physical support is James and Sam. They allow me to beat them up for a living, and that's very appreciated. So we just wrapped up our first video, and we're about to shoot hopefully 2 more and then call it a night. Welcome to lesson number 23 of the FMA Concepts cycle. This lesson we're going to be learning the subrata. Now subrata is a term that we use to basically teach you how to loop a umbrella block. So if you are following the guideline here, then you should have already learned the umbrella block on the right side and the left side. Oh, sorry, this girl threw me off.
She doesn't consent.
All right, so we just wrapped up filming. It is 10:44. 3 videos, not bad, considering how fast we did them. We're getting better at this. So that is a wrap of the night. We'll catch you guys in the next clip. What's going on, Union fam? Today is Friday. It is about 3:17 p.m. I'm just going over my teaching schedule. And so for any of you instructors out there that don't do it, I highly recommend it. And it's not that, you know, you take a generic template and just slap it on out there. It's every month before the month, I develop my teaching schedule based off of what my students have been doing, based off of the experience that they have, and kind of the things that I feel they should be working on a little more, but also trying to keep it interesting. And that obviously ranges between the little ones, the young guys and girls, and the adults. So it also brings a lot of credibility, because you don't want to look like you're just making it up on the spot. Because for a lot of people, especially from my experience, you know, there are a lot of good teachers out there. They just don't have the experience on the professional side, so to say. Like, they're very technically sound, they're good at transmitting that, but they just don't really have a frame to work with. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just reading it right here. So I printed out so that me and my assistants can read it out whenever they need to. Kind of like a month overview, and then kind of in detail of some techniques that I would be teaching. And it's not that I follow it to the T. Like, it's not something there where if I do something else, then it's like ridiculous or whatever, because it's still important to have fun as a teacher as well. You know, you want to enjoy what you're doing. And so if I feel spontaneous and from the flow of the class, I feel like, you know what, today let's cut out the second part of what I wrote down and let's play a game, or let's focus on something else, then, you know, that helps deliver a much better flowing class. Yeah. Pro wall behind me. comment below if you guys are interested in purchasing and supporting the Union fam. So we have our first official Union apparel. We have the fight team on gray, and then we have the fight team on white. And these ones are super limited edition. For those of you who don't know, that we do have an apparel company here. Decided to step back for a while to focus on the academy, focus on things like FMA concepts. So we're slowly bringing this back into the game. But like I said, it's not much of a focus point right now. I really made it just to test the waters again and to give something for my students here at the academy, something else to wear other than, you know, the typical academy shirt and uniform. So if you guys are interested in purchasing that, let me know below and I can set up a temporary site just to have it on sale and have it shipped out to you guys wherever you guys are. So alright, so that wraps up the day. Fridays are usually the shorter days. Usually do some private training, and then I teach my juniors, my 3 to 7 year olds. But do you guys ever meet those kids where it's like, can't imagine how smart or how good they're gonna be when they grow up? It's literally how I feel like every time I get a new student, or every time I see all my little kids doing martial arts. Like, they're doing things that, you know, granted I learned a lot later, but they're doing some things that it's very hard to imagine that kids are that smart. Anyways, gonna mop up the mats, close up, throw all the garbage, do all my due diligences. Enjoy the weekend. I'm gonna try to get some sparring clips from tomorrow in, but if not, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this Union vlog, make sure you comment below, and please let myself as well as the Union team know so that we can continue giving you guys more behind the scenes, more in the business, and give you things other than just martial arts techniques. So, catch you guys in the next one.